By pressing play, you've been transported to a dimension where there will be no apologies given for the ridiculous and random comments made by your host and their guests. Thank you for listening and enjoy the experience. Yo, I hope you guys are ready for this, because this is a monumental episode.
Oh, yeah.
Of Yo, where the captions at? Yo.
Where the captions at?
Where they at? Can somebody tell me where the captions are at? Yeah, baby. Welcome to another episode of the most ridiculously random pop culture podcast in the 719. And this is actually episode 20.
Oh, 2-0, baby.
The dub, baby. The dub.
Oh, and they get special.
Exactly. And as always, I'm your host, Kels for Show, a.k.a. Chills with a Z. Joining me always is my bro host.
You know, I may have not been there all of season 1, but I was reoccurring until I got that main role. That mouth.
That mouth?
That R1COE Roscoe.
What did she say that mouth do?
Magic tricks.
Oh! You Houdini with that Linguini? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I got stories.
Oh, you got stories? You got tales?
I had somebody stop fucking with me because I made them come for the first time with this tongue.
Your south mouth be handling that shit?
Hey, this beard don't grow for no reason.
It
needs special juices.
That kiwi?
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm gonna take that as yeah. And always with us is the man on the 1 and 2s, the click clackety of the keyboards, our engineer, the boy none other than D. Daniel
Roja.
There we go, baby.
I'm here. I'm queer. Fucking hit me up.
Remember.
Alright, I didn't know this was turning that type of
jokes,
program,
they
but
never out.
I'm just like, yo,
You know you
that
like
shit.
a month behind.
Alright, cool. Get yours, boo-boo. Get yours.
Every month is my month.
Woo! Because you got all the fucking colors in the rainbow. I don't like that shit, but that's another subject. I'm just saying, leave some for the rest of us. What about when the aliens get here? Can they get gray?
I'ma fuck them too.
Oh, we all are, baby. A mouse a mouth. Because we are the aliens. And joining us today is our brother for show. You already know who he is if you know us. He was already on that episode earlier when we talked about the OC. Now we're going to be talking about another one of our favorite
Crown jewels of the two.
What we described as a teen drama or coming to life tale?
A cult classic. Ooh, shit.
Exactly.
A cult classic of what we used to call nighttime drama.
Okay, comma there. Joining us today is our boy Joe.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on again. I love being here.
Oh, that's why you're here. And speaking of things about what's up, yo, what's poppin'? This is the first segment.
Poppin'.
Yes, y'all. Segment of the show where we talk about headlines from the world of pop culture. And I'm just gonna start this one off with Netflix. Netflix over the week dropped two series. One is a second season. One is brand new. The first one is Transformers: War for Cybertron. Good. Siege, which is part 1. 6 episodes. I banged that shit out about 12:30 at night. Went to bed about 3, but that's my normal bedtime, so I didn't feel too bad about it. The only thing I did not like about it was the fact that it was only 6 episodes, because when it ends, I was waiting, begging, yearning for more.
And that second thing that has dropped is the second season of Umbrella Academy, which I banged out on day 1. And I can honestly say, yes, it's way better than season 1. And from the way that they ended it, seems like we might only have 3 seasons, because season 3, those that don't know, is going to be a combination of their volume 3 and 4 put together as one. And things are going to look great, but to our knowledge, it could be more, because, you know, we are supposed to be getting volume 5 soon. So anything's possible, but I do recommend checking out Umbrella Academy, because, you know, we still got 3 more months.
Until what?
Next month. My fault. I'm dumb.
Until what?
The Boys.
Yeah, Boys come out in September.
Ooh, boy, season 2.
See, September 4th, if that hasn't changed at this moment. Joe, did you check out any of these during this week?
Man, it's been a hard working week, and I have not had a chance to do a damn thing besides drive to and from. So, I have a lot of homework to do this weekend.
And I also hope that you also found time to be an amazing father as well.
Oh, absolutely. There's always.
Oh, I guess that was just given to be assumed.
Oh, that's a super. But also, just to give out the black community another thing that dropped on Netflix over the weekend.
What was that?
All 6 seasons of Moesha's
M
dropped.
to the O to the. We don't own the rights to the, so we don't stop in the.
But yeah, all 6 seasons dropped on Netflix.
And kind of like I told Roscoe at D&D, Moesha was good, and then there was the Mexican version, Tiana.
Tiana, yeah, the Nickelodeon. We fought with Tiana.
Yeah,
I never would have considered that the Hispanic equivalent to Moesha, but you're absolutely correct. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
like I watched Moesha, but that was never my
Right
jam.
when he said that, I was sitting there, I was like, oh shit, she sung. Her TV show had her singing in it. And she wrote in her journal just like Moesha did.
Yo, low key, that was like the black version of Clarissa Explains It All, too.
Yes!
Now that I think about it in retrospect.
Because all 3 of these females all wrote in journals and talked about their day. And that was the episode, was that specific day.
Hell yeah.
And it literally either started with them writing in their journal and ended with them writing in their journal, or one or the other. But usually both.
Yeah, that's just what's up. Any wrestling news you want to get into?
Well, today on AEW, they started the women's tag team tournament, the Deadly Draw. And the women advancing from the quarterfinals are the Nightmare Sisters, who ended up drawing together by defeating Mel and Penelope Ford, while Ali J and Tay Kanati, making her debut since being released from WWE, ended up defeating Nia Rose and Anari Andres in her debut match as well with AEW. And that was all for wrestling this week, outside of, some sports things get, third time's a charm, and as long as the tyrant man that wants to micromanage everything isn't working, it might be a success.
And what he's speaking about is breaking news. Well, to us today, recording, because we record on Mondays. But when you hear this on Friday, you already know what we're talking about. And that's the fact that The Rock has bought ownership, not all, some ownership of XFL. He put in $15 million. So with that being said, now I have more faith in the XFL. Because now not only is it partially owned by The Rock, that means we get Rock as potentially the face of it. And we all know we love The Rock.
Well, there's no potential. He is going to be the face.
True.
But a new possibility is NBC might be able to broadcast it because he already has, partnership with the Titan game. So it's just going to be an easier and more better way of exposing this sports franchise, as well as it could end up being as big as like the big three, and people may legitimize it better and could find another alternative way of watching football.
Word. What about you, Joe? How you feel about that?
Well, the XFL could be, on a sports tip, the XFL could be a minor league, quote unquote, to the NFL.
The poach.
Well, if you have those great talents, those physical freaks, those people that you want, those DK Metcalfs that you just want on your team, the ones that are just going to go up, get the ball, the ones that are go up and destroy the quarterback, you will find those in the XFL.
And I like how you brought that fact up. 'Cause it could be also the opposite, too, for older NFL players, or like, for example, the Ocho Cincos or the TOs that still has that gear. They could start playing there and at least get a decent check.
The XFL could 100% be a swan song to the aging veteran, the one that wants to come back, that proves that they can still do it, albeit at lower talent levels, but just go in and just dominate. And it could be their Cinderella, their just that whole reawakening, welcome back to the NFL.
Exactly, like, oh, you thought I wasn't good enough, let me go ball out here, and then people be like, oh, welcome back. Wow. Especially now that we're going to get that Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson, and like Ross brought up the big three, like people still want to see sports, whether they're young or old, and especially we already love these athletes and already connected to them. We'll watch damn near everything. It's America. We watch hot dog eating contests on ESPN.
Glizzies, baby.
There are cornhole competitions on ESPN too that people go to and watch, and it draws in millions of watchers. Maybe not on terrestrial television, but on YouTube or somewhere. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how this plays out. And the fact that The Rock is attached to it, it will only make me want to watch it more.
It gives you brand superiority over a whole bunch of other people.
Yes. Because I find it fascinating to see how much Dwayne The Rock Johnson celebrity would influence other celebrities about getting involved, and how black it can get, because he cool with artists, rappers, and actors. So will we see more of a hip-hop influence and more hip-hop ownership being introduced into this league? And this is not even a segue. I'm just going to hop from that to PlayStation. Fuck it. Because Sony announced that Spider-Man will be an exclusive part of the Marvel's Avengers game, but only for PlayStation. But there's been some confusion. It will not be the same Spider-Man in the Spider-Man game they released last year. That also is getting the Miles quasi-sequel / continuation game later this year.
Would you call that like a Lion King 1.5?
But no, because Lion King 1.5 is still technically canon.
But another question, is it timed exclusive or is it exclusive?
It's
because if it's
that they didn't announce that
because
yet.
they haven't
Yes.
announced that yet. Because
Yes.
if it's timed exclusive, then low key it's at least a year on PlayStation
Exactly.
before we get it on.
Because the
Xbox.
only reason there are two different Spider-Mans is because the development company that's doing Avengers is not the same one
Square
that did
Enix.
the same one that did Spider-Man game. So
Sony.
that's why there are two different Spider-Mans over at Sony. And before we head off to our main topic, I'm just gonna tell you about the music real quick.
Ooh, let 'em know what's so
YWCA7 was the playlist for July, but when you're listening to this, it's already gonna be August, and the new one YWDCA8 will be out. But there wasn't a lot of new music that came out over the week. But my favorite song from this week is "Over Your Head" by Lil Uzi Vert featuring Future. That's a bop. That's a jam. And if you haven't listened to any of our playlists, I highly recommend listening to number 7 because I think it's the best one.
Man.
Only one might be better is July's and maybe May's, but for sure, 7 is in the top 3
And may I
playlists
have
so
a
far.
musical random confession that I just heard rumored? Supposedly on this Taylor Swift folklore album, Billy or whatever random title is, might be rumored her secret lesbian confession.
With Katy Perry, that's why they've been beefing the whole time, or with Selena?
It's somebody else.
Boy.
But it also there's like 3 conspiracies over this song.
I just found out that We Are Never Getting Back Together was about Jake Gyllenhaal.
What?
Because going on a brunch date, well, not even a date, I take it back. Going out to brunch with a woman, she was a T-Swizzle fan just like myself, and it's always amazing having T-Swizzle conversations with somebody else that's a fan of the actual music, and she brought that to
I ain't
my
gonna lie,
attention.
I was a fan, but then I figured out. But like, I might come back. I might actually listen to this folklore.
No,
joint.
well, no, you like folklore because it's fucking emo as fuck.
I like the
I
album.
love.
I know you did. 'Cause
I
you be
love
sad as shit
folklore
too.
music anyway.
I don't like
so.
being sad listening to Taylor Swift. I like being happy. She literally writes and sings all her songs all the time, so she's never not doing it. But yeah, and that was always fascinating because that's her second Marvel villain that she dated in the real world. But folklore, I wasn't vibing it that much. It's still good because it's fucking emo as hell, and I didn't expect it to be that sad. But I should have known better by looking at the cover art because there's this gray, cloudy forest scene. So Roscoe, that's definitely up your alley.
Oh well, it's gonna be up my alley. I mean, the only reason why I love Ed Sheeran is because his first song that I came to was the good old theme song to Lord of the Rings 2, I See Fire, which is a folklore, and that nigga be killing it.
That was actually a Desolation of Smog.
Well, it's 2.
No,
That was The Hobbit.
you're doing like the whole
That was The Hobbit 2, man.
original trilogy, New Hope 1 and 2, and Rogue and that.
You
Don't
shouldn't.
confuse that.
You shouldn't do that.
Anyway, Ed Sheeran did a song on the soundtrack that Roscoe liked.
If you haven't heard it, check it out.
Did you fuck with that folklore, Joe?
I did. I liked it, man. It was that singer-songwriter, real 2020 vibe, man.
Yo, nigga, when she starts that one song talking about, yeah, he had a heart condition, but she fed him too much ham. Then he died. And that's the last American. What was it? The last American dream. Yes. Because that was the end of that old money. As a whole song about all these young people with this old money and how they're in the modern age, but it fucks up that old white legacy in this country.
I'm sure like, that was about her fucking a Kennedy.
Of course. I was like, damn, you coming for Carrie Underwood's crown. You killing everybody on this album. Yeesh.
Come and get it.
And Roscoe has a quick message for you guys.
We're going to take a break and let y'all know about some new content coming to the network.
Yep.
How's it going, guys? This is Daniel.
And Kelsey Show, a.k.a. Kelsey Greer. And today we're going to give you a little introduction to a new show that's coming to our network.
Our network is growing, and we're really excited about what's happening. But instead of us telling you about the show, we figured we'd let the hosts of it bring you in on what's coming up. Guys?
All right. Hey, guys. We are 3 guys, 10 eyes. Just 3 guys. 2 of us wear glasses. Simple math.
Yeah. We just are going over simple entertainment topics, pop culture, sports, music, interviews, and stuff like that as well for the local scene.
Yeah, we're just going to try to bring up the community. If you have anything that you're starting up, your career, we'd like to have you on the show. Just hit us up. We have Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yeah, all of those at 3 guys, 10 eyes.
Word. And do you want to give us your names individually, or is this one collective?
Is this is this an anonymous thing, or are you all 3 attached like a Cerberus?
Well, we are all 3 attached at the hip.
It's kind of it's
kind of like
disgusting to look
Siamese
at, I have to
twins.
say.
Them hips don't lie, though.
Well, it's actually more hips than could lie.
Unfortunately, we have very small hips, so we're just literally...
Like an Instagram model.
I go by Young Pyramid. I also make music, so check me out on that.
What type of music you make?
I make hip-hop and like alternative
Do you play
hip-hop.
live instruments, or is it just like...
No, it's all like
He is the
beats,
instrument.
and then I make my own lyrics and I rap.
Yo, we might have to talk, bro. We might have to talk.
I've heard.
No, we will talk.
So when can we expect to hear from you guys next?
We are posting every Tuesday. We go live right now on Facebook. That'll be going on every Sunday and probably for another 3 weeks. And that's on my Facebook, Derek Shreve. You want to go?
We have his name now. Okay, you wrote that down?
Yeah.
Great.
My social is 666. So hit me up.
Yo.
Dude, we just lost our whole Christian following. Right?
No. On this network, I think you just built some more.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't believe in God while believing in the beast, baby.
Cool. And then, I'm Ultimate Dusty. I just do gardening and gaming.
Word.
Yeah.
What type of gardening?
All kinds, man. We got pumpkins growing, watermelon growing,
Because I've been trying
squashes
to grow
coming in.
some collard greens. My garden's been fucking up lately, but then again, I haven't put too much intensity to
Okay,
it.
yeah, we haven't tried no collard greens, but we got kale and lettuce and all that good stuff coming in. Just today we harvested some cucumbers and tomatoes.
Hey, yo, you grow some tomatoes, give them to me when they're green. I'm frying them some bitches up.
You
Same
can
way we
probably
with
do that
people.
with the abusive husband.
Exactly,
Yeah, it's
always.
And you?
I'm Christian. I don't rap or garden. I just work at a grocery store.
Damn, yes. You are
My
the
man.
fucking man, the everyday
Essential.
person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Too essential sometimes, but that's all right.
Too central?
So we're looking forward to having you guys on the network, and I know that you listening out there right now, I can't tell you how exciting this is, how fucking wet you should be getting.
Don't do that.
I did.
I'm dripping. myself.
I'm honestly a little scared.
You got a mop around
Should
here?
be.
Yeah, no.
A healthy dose of fear will always keep you alive. Batman taught me
It's
that.
kind of just one of the rules of the network. You come in here, we all get naked, we record, and it's good to be a little afraid. So
Saves you on AC costs too.
the fact that we are in a basement and it's cooler does not help the fact that I'm still sweating. We have them coming onto the network starting next month. Be ready because it's going to get crazy. Guys, thanks for being here, and let's get back to the show.
Exactly.
Sick.
Now, here we are.
Where are we?
Yo, we geeking out.
Geeking.
What this podcast is all about. Geeks geeking out about shit they want to geek out about. And today's topic is none other than an OG series from our demographic, our young, early 2000 days. It came on the CW. All the cool kids call it OTH. But for all y'all noobs or you weeboos out there,
Are y'all non-cool people
just call them losers.
losers and not in a cool way?
Yes.
One Tree Hill.
Yeah. You know why? Because I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. Ooh,
All I wanna do is to be me and
peace of mind. Woo-wee.
And that's as much as we can say.
Exactly. Arguably one of the greatest
Copyright
intro
laws.
songs in
Ever.
teen dramas ever. That song was brought to you by none other than Gavin DeGraw.
Gavin DeGraw.
My personal favorite song from him is "I'm Not Over You." That's my jam. That's a little buck.
Ooh, that chariot though, man.
And for the
Oh,
diehard
and "I'm in Love with a Girl."
Yes.
He has some hits.
and for the diehard fans, season 5 or 6 after the time skip, he came in and was singing it. And
Was he singing it at Karen's, or was he singing it part of like Haley's adventure of being?
He was singing it at Haley's record label when she got full rights of it with good old Jamie.
Whoop.
And because, at that time period, they didn't really have the intro. So they
Hashtag
had to-
spoiler, they made it.
Yes. All right. So I'm gonna let Ross explain to you quickly the premise of One Tree Hill for all the people out here not familiar with this series.
Well, for those that don't know, One Tree Hill was technically a sports drama
Yes.
hidden behind the most greatest white people baby daddy mama drama.
True.
That small town baby mama drama.
Exactly.
Boy, oh boy. But it's focused around a child named Lucas Scott, who happened to be the older brother of one famous Nathan Scott,
Half brother.
half brother. Thank you.
By the way, is a Dan Scott.
Also, I'd like to throw in Chad Michael Murray's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
He's Lucas.
I didn't know that
Yeah.
for a long time.
You're
Should've.
welcome.
You don't see this, but Daniel is crushing hard right now.
A
Yes.
little bit.
Mm.
Maybe a
His
little
innie
bit.
became an Audi.
But yeah, it focused around Lucas, who used to love basketball but hates it due to the fact it was something that his dad was famous about. But his dad left his mom during the knowledge of his birth, but ended up moving back into town, getting married to the other chick that he liked in high school, having a kid, and living a successful life while him and his mom was not living that great life while he was being raised by his older uncle, who also had a crush on his mom, who happened to get pregnant by his little brother. Boy, oh boy, it was drama around the ages.
Boy, oh boy, it's
Yes.
the Karen of 2020.
Yo, speaking of what, Lucas's mom name was Karen, and she had a coffee shop where all the kids went and hung out.
Oh,
They
it
did
was
live
a spot.
music, poetry. All these teens in this series went to Tree Hill. And the fact of the matter is, Lucas had to end up going there because he went to the other school. I don't remember the exact reason, but he ended up going there, and of course he liked basketball, so he got convinced by his homeboy's skills to try out for the team. And Nathan Scott, the younger brother was a star athlete there, so there's already that rivalry between, oh, I'm the best basketball player in the school, quote unquote, in town, but here you come from the other side of the tracks, the neighborhood all-star, which is also my half older brother from the woman my dad liked, probably really, really, really loved, but he got with my hot mom instead. So I'm going to be the asshole. I'm going to be that alpha and make sure you don't get shit in my school. And that's crazy how that shit started to see where it ends. Because we could easily do a whole 2 hours just talking about the journey of these characters in this series.
And not only were they fighting for alpha dominance on the basketball court, and they were also fighting for the heart of Peyton.
Sawyer. Were they fighting for Peyton's heart? Because that was Lucas's...
Season
That was
one,
his homie, but she liked Lucas way more than
but
Lucas
season
liked
one,
her.
she was dating Nathan.
True.
Lucas realized he liked her.
Smashed at a party.
Tried everything to not like her, but yet was flirting on her, but was making the move.
I'm so glad we ain't got video right now, but no, that
No, I see it.
that Haley Nathan was the most toxic ass relationship I've seen
And
in this
talk
type of
about revenge.
teenage drama, like genre, whatever you want to call it.
Because I'm just a
Teenage dirtbag baby. And you can't be a teenage dirtbag without being a teenager. And speaking of these teenage characters, Joe, who was your favorite character out of this series?
So, Lucas, I always identify with him, man, just because it was that.
I want to call it bullshit, but it's cool.
It was that grimy, dirty kind of.
Because you're a dirty white boy? Lucas was a foreigner. Because he was a dirty white boy. See what I did there?
Technically, he was.
Everything in my body hurts.
He grew up on the poor
man.
side of the streets, though.
Yeah.
Well, just
Dirty.
he grew up appreciating the finer things in life. You can't grow up with a single parent and not appreciate the finer things.
The
So,
struggle, the hustle.
the hustle.
You value
and that's
things
what
more.
that's what it boils down to. And then skills with all of his knowledge. Those were my two favorite characters. And again, I saw myself ending up in the long run with a Peyton Sawyer. So that's why
You like
when-
toxic relationships.
Oh, word? So you see yourself having your mom just pop up in the bedroom asking you and your shorty if y'all want eggs for breakfast?
That literally happened.
that
A lot.
that's happened many times.
I was there for a lot of that shit. I'm like, damn, nobody want to ask me what I want.
No, man.
Because you can feed yourself. You know where they at, Kelsey. Was like, all right, I do, Mama Leno. Let me take my black ass downstairs and shit.
Take my black ass upstairs and make some eggs myself.
Or upstairs, depending on the time frame
It was
of your house.
depending
Yes.
on where the time frame in the domicile situation was.
Yes. All right,
But-
Ross.
Oh, I'll probably call y'all in another state saying I need to pick up.
Yo, you would, because the bitches have you stranded in jail, too, nigga.
Stranded.
Like we told you. Don't trust a big butt and a smile.
Don't do it.
That sounds like Get Out. I'm sorry, Ross.
No,
No, he
It's-
had to get out.
He had to get out of that goddamn state because
Yeah.
she
on a good note,
stranded in there.
on a good note, at least they celebrate their prom though.
So what character is that, Ross?
That would be good old Mouth, But in the end, he got success, even though he had to go through another trials and tribulation with his girl on that cocaine.
So will you tell them a little more about Mouth's character?
Mouth's character, he was one of the few best friends to Lucas Scott, but not just only Lucas Scott. The neighborhood, they called themselves the neighborhood basketball boys.
Something like that. Don't look at me.
They
like-
were just the boys that grew up on from the other side of town that all just love basketball for basketball. And that would be Lucas Scott, Skills, Mouth. I forgot the two other the white boy and black boy that were side characters but yet recurring characters. And good old R.I.P. to the shooter at the school, Jimmy Edwards, the first American school shooter on national television, behind those that actually grew up on our time period. The Canadian first school shooting that we saw from Degrassi, where good old Jake got shot in the back. And, fun fact, that dude's name happened to be Jimmy as well.
Word.
Not Jake, Drake.
I know he said Jake, but you know us. We know we're talking about Drake, Aubrey Graham, who played Jimmy in Degrassi. Before Jimmy shot Keith on One Tree Hill, fucking Rick shot Jimmy in the hallway, and that was a whole moment for a whole generation because it was like, oh shit. First off, they actually tackling a school shooter, and they set it up in a way that it felt organic and it played out. Just like in One Tree Hill, they set it up organically and it played out the way it did. And also set up for us to have ghosts in the Tree Hill.
Oh my God.
Woo-wee,
Not the
baby.
ghost, baby.
All right, and for me, I'm going to keep mine very quick about my favorite character. And it should come to no surprise to y'all that since I'm black, go figure, I'm going to gravitate towards the black character on most television shows. And for me, that's going to be Skills. He was like the hood baller. He played his ass off. Some people would say he was the best, but he just didn't see himself being on that collegiate level like that. But Lucas Scott believed in him and was like, yo, I'm not going to go to the Tree Hill without you. You just as good as me, if not better than me, bro. Come with me. And Skills was like, you know what, bro? I got your back. I'm there. And every time Lucas had a problem, Skills were there with that black wisdom. He was the magical Negro's Tree Hill, because I'm a magical Negro in a lot of people's lives. But actually, my favorite character on the show, I'm being honest,
Who is?
is going to be that baddie.
Who would be?
That bitch with no soul that left Mouth in Texas. That girl Rachel. Ooh, that little ginger snap, because she's a snack.
And
Take a mouthful of that any day of
Not
the
only
week.
did she leave this nigga in Texas, she did one better thing.
What was
and
that?
And changed her last name to Scott and was married to Lucas and Nathan's daddy, who was out here running
shit.
a whole network that she was out here executive producing.
I forgot
on.
all about that shit, nigga. It was so many little moments like that, because the series went on for what, 9 seasons?
I want to say 9 because it went 4 seasons just the regular jump off.
And then we got
Then
the
we
time
had
skip.
the time skip, and then it was supposed to end. Then good old Soap Network and the fans wanted more, so Soap Network gave us more. I jumped in on 3 and 4, so I was able to watch season 1 and 2 from Soap Network. And I know for a fact that they ended at season 6, but the fans wanted more, and we petitioned, so Soap Network was able to give us. Technically, they were only giving us 1 more, but they ended up giving us 3. So yeah, so we got 9 seasons from that.
Word. And that's the thing, too, because that's when you start watching season 1 and 2. I start fucking with it, hanging out with Joe and his lady at the time, because after a night of debauchery, we'll come back, chill out. I stay at his crib. She'll put some shit on. It was One Tree Hill, because I was anti One Tree Hill because I was an OC guy, and just like Marvel vs. DC, Twilight versus Vampire Diaries, there's a whole fandom, like either you OC or One Tree Hill, but it was like, I can't make that critique unless I watch both, even though I'm OC till I die. One Tree Hill, I get why people like it better. I understand it, because the OC is big, as Seth Cohen would say, but One Tree Hill is very sublime in the sense and the comparison of the two. But since we're about to not wrap it up, but we don't want to be on here too long, so I'm just gonna hop right into it and ask Joe. Start with you. What would you say is your favorite episode or moment of the series?
Man, well, if we're talking about like hard hitting episodes, it's when
No, we're talking about whatever you want to talk about, baby.
it has to be the road trip episode where everybody just goes, man, they took the time, they road trip down. It was like a coming of age. They were going down there to rescue their best friend, and it was just all of the debauchery and all of the things that can go wrong went wrong.
Because
episode. And
so
it was
many
just
callbacks.
so much fun.
Because
From top to bottom, everything that happened, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between, they went to a goddamn dance that they didn't even go to that school, and they bought all of their clothes at the thrift store, man. And that was the cover of the box set
for season 4.
DVD.
Was that season 4 or 3?
Season 4.
Yes, that was
It
my
was
season
also-
season 4.
the
That
reasons
ugly
for-
ass tuxedo.
Yes.
and they went to
Oh,
they
man.
went to another prom because they didn't go to their prom.
because Haley was pregnant.
Because Haley was
Haley was
pregnant.
pregnant.
And Haley also, what made things even more funny is they end up getting that road trip, and it just re-sparked more drama because Haley left Nathan to go on tour with this same dude who was such a douchebag that he slept with Brooke during the time period that she was dating Lucas, and they had to get over that. It was
And bro,
so much stupid.
come to think of it, Nathan Scott is my spirit animal in that show.
He is your
He
spirit
might be.
animal.
Nathan Scott is my spirit
I know he is.
animal in that show.
He might be
Because he's a nasty white boy.
Yeah.
true.
Word, Ross, what was your favorite episode or moment from the series?
Moment would be the best ever. Go brick yourself. But episode, I'm gonna have to go with Jamie's birthday, where they find out that Uncle Skills was out here fucking Grandma.
Grandma Carrot? Oh, no. Grandma. Oh, what was
Damn,
it?
Grandma
Deb.
Deb with them titties out.
But yeah, finding out that Skills and Grandma Dev, who was secretly out here in the whole relationship, Nathan have to go through the whole fact that his now best homeboy, godfather to his son, was out here just all up in his grandma.
And co-coach.
Oh my goodness, oh yes, he was coaching Jamie in basketball, and Jamie had to go through those little problems. Haley's technically second best friend because we found out that they were best friends when they were little kids, but they went more to like her bond with Lucas came a little bit more stronger. Oh, it was such great hilariousness.
Word. And that musician name we were looking for was Chris Keller.
Oh, Chris.
Fucking Chris Keller.
Fuck that
The-
guy.
Yes.
Damn, it even sounds douchebag.
Hey now, y'all.
that guy.
That's dope. You know what's fucking funny? Because both of your episodes y'all mentioned are in my top 3. So I'm going to go with my favorite episode, since y'all already said two of them. Go Brick Yourself, one of my favorite moments. That whole episode, because it focused around Rachel and Mouth being left in Texas, because I'm a nice guy. I also would, too, get left in some other state trying to follow a bitch that was way out my league. But I was like, just maybe.
And I just realized they skipped prom
Just
to
maybe.
leave the town, and he got stuck
But
there.
my favorite episode, I don't know if it was the Halloween one, but I'm pretty sure that it was a Halloween.
Oh, it's a
when,
Halloween one.
You
Yes,
know
it
what I'm
was a
talking
Halloween
about.
episode.
When we thought that dude was Peyton's brother, but he was really his stalker, and her and Brooke was trapped in that house
Oh,
by
my
themselves. Woo!
Only for her brother to come out and save the day.
And her brother was actually black.
Oh my goodness!
Twist upon twist.
Twist upon
I'm like,
twist.
wait, he's your brother. Why is he fucking stalking you? Like, he ain't my brother. He catfished me via MySpace, and that shit was
And I just
nutty.
realized Brooke was the first vlogger.
MySpace. Date this
I
shit.
mean, she not Brooke.
Peyton.
Peyton was the first
Yes.
vlogger. She was out here doing live vlogs every night
Yes.
because he was stalking her from off that
God,
shit.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
That
that's a
was
good
that.
one.
I was actually in fear for the white girl's life in that episode.
Bruh.
I was like, Lord,
And
what's
it had
about
so
to
much
die?
stuff too because that was the third time ever Peyton and Brooke actually were trying to rebound their friendship because they weren't friends because they broke up because of Lucas Scott.
Now my question is, damn, I just thought about it. Was Nathan Scott the prototype for Nathan from Euphoria? Because they both had all them toxic ass traits. Then his dad would be Dan Scott too.
Nah, Nathan ain't that.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
in Euphoria, that's him. He's the
Yo, that he might have been, because he was that homegrown hero too.
But Nathan, the difference between the dad and
Well,
Nathan
of course,
is
Nathan didn't fuck boys and girls.
and Nathan
underage
also
as well.
Nathan's morale was way more stronger than
I'm talking about
dad's, though.
young Nathan.
But,
When
yeah,
Nathan was out there
maybe-
wild being toxic.
When
that's what I'm
when
talking
young
about.
Nathan before he met Haley,
Yeah,
that
I'm
could
not
be-
saying like Dan Scott, how Dan Scott didn't give a fuck about
Yeah,
nobody. But
young
Dan
Nathan
Scott.
before he met Haley, yeah, that could be the same. Him and Nathan, both Nathans were the same prototypes.
Word. And just a quick honorable mention favorite episodes, the school shooter, not because somebody got shot, just because how impactful that was to the series. And
Yes.
also when
When-
I'm sorry.
The
One
nanny?
more moment. No. Oh, god damn it. The
The
nanny
nanny.
episode. And then when
Nanny
they-
Carey?
Yes.
Fuck Nanny Carey.
Then
man.
when Nathan and Lucas actually played ball on the street.
Oh, the battle,
The battle.
the
and
first one or the second one?
both, and the what if episode when they switch roles.
Oh, the what if episode was
Because that's
lit.
why I always bring
But
up.
not only just the what if episode, the noir episode.
Why you calling me? Oh my fault. Anywho, but also that what if episode is the reason why I always bring up why I want to see a what if episode of The Walking Dead when Shane lives and Rick Grimes dies.
And I'm not
instead.
gonna lie, their noir episode was one of the best
live for
episodes
that.
ever too.
Word. All right, so we're about to get out here. So we're done geeking out. Before we end the show, we're gonna talk about Yo, Check It Out, where we're just gonna give you recommendations of shows you should check out if you're already a fan of One Tree Hill. And if you're not a fan yet, watch the series and then go check out these series we're about to tell you about. So, Ross, what series would you recommend for the people?
The series I would recommend for the people, even though it's just a CW early age TV
Oh, I
drama,
think you about to say the same thing. Go ahead.
so I'm gonna have to drop it on them with the good old original Roswell.
Okay. That's cool.
That's a good one.
What about you, Joe?
Well, right now, like if we're talking about original CW shows.
No, you don't have to like any show
You
of a
would-
fan of One Tree Hill like yourself. You would recommend for them.
Oh,
That's why I bring it up.
if we're talking about shows,
Yeah,
right now,
shows, movies, books, whatever. would you
shows, movies,
recommend?
books, right now, like what Allie and I are watching right now is Stargirl. And that's that coming of age. That is that
Thank
coming
you
of
for
age.
finally listening to us. And
I will always take recommendations. And damn, Stargirl is so good.
May I ask one random question? How'd you present that episode 4? Which the
well, first ask him if he's seen it. If he's current.
did you have? Are y'all?
You might be spoiling.
We're
shit.
not current.
See, there you go.
But we're episode 4.
The Wildcat episode.
Yes.
Okay.
That's for another episode of Yo Where the Captions At.
Yeah, I want.
it's
Or just text me how you gonna end up doing that intro conversation with her.
Okay.
Well, that whole show is. I was like, hey, let's watch something. Guess what? We're gonna like it or we don't. And she loves it. She is just.
Because it's really good.
It's so
Are you
damn
current?
good, Daniel.
I'm not current. I'm halfway through what is available.
It's so
Okay.
damn good.
Yes, in all the right ways. It was like, oh, it's for girls. Yes. But like I told you, Joe, it's what I thought Supergirl was going to be.
Yes.
It
It's
makes
what
me.
she-
That's what I told
Yes.
you. It made me feel what I thought I was going to feel from Supergirl, but Supergirl actually was Superwoman. And guess what? Political. Even though I have no problem
It's
with it,
what
I still didn't want that in my
Supergirl
Supergirl
should
show.
have been from Jump Street.
A girl, not a woman. In
Not
the
a
series.
girl.
Superwoman.
Or a girl, not a woman.
Because Smallville wasn't Superboy and it wasn't Superman. That's why Superman doesn't feel like a Superboy story. Supergirl didn't feel like Supergirl.
That's why
It felt like-
Smallville was way before its time.
That's why y'all need to watch DC Superhero Girls in Metropolis High. Also,
Well, I watched that with Allison.
when Super Me turns to
Super
Super We,
We.
with fabulous. Anyway, we don't own the rights. Watch
I don't
that
sing
shit too.
that song that well, so
I barely do myself. And for me, I'm going to go with low key 2 real quick. One, coming from CW, it'd be the continuation of the 90210 universe. That shit was chill for what it was. But my main suggestion would be Switched at Birth. That came on ABC Family Freeform. It had the family drama, high school shit, people from different backgrounds. And it was acted very well, and it made me forget sometimes like these characters were not
telling you.
real people.
And I'm telling you, Kelsey, you need to go watch that spinoff, baby. It's 10 times better than.
No, I didn't say Fosters. I said Switch Their Birth.
Oh yeah, you did say.
Yeah, Fosters was up there too. See how I know your brain? Your black brain. Hey, before we leave this episode, we're gonna end this with Dreamland Cruise by Prefab. So if you've been listening to the latest ones, he's one of our great friends, CJ. He's a fabulous musician, and we just want to spread his positivity and his creative energies into the world because we're supporting him. He's supporting us.
Great
We
vibes,
should
great
all
vibes.
support each
Great
other.
song.
Once again, thank you, Joey, for being here. Chris, once again, for letting us record here. Daniel, for handling this down. And this has been the 20th episode of Yo, Where the Captions At? The most ridiculously random pop culture podcast in the 7-1 Nizine.
Can
And
I
I'm
say
up.
before we go, I'm very proud to have been a part of this with you guys.
Oh,
20
no,
episodes.
You just proud to be a part of me any way you could get it, baby. But that's okay, girl.
I retract my statement.
Oh, you can't because you said it.
being part of 20.
Word.
I love it.
And as always, I've been yours truly, Kels for show.
And you know how I'm gonna be stuck in the anime world and looking like a geek. Roscoe Tenkoya in this piece. That's where you can find me on everything.
Okay. And remember, guys, be one or be nothing.
Love always. Peace and everything, people.
Love y'all.
Yes, we out. Peace.
Thanks.